guys, welcome to my channel. This is Brenda from Planty Pants, and I am going to be in my new shirt. I am a pothead, just not the bad kind. I did a video a few weeks ago with the plant tour of my sunroom slash plant room. It was a quick tour, even though it was 35 minutes. I went too fast because there's tons of plants in there, and I apologize for that. So I'm going to be doing my dining room tour today. I'm not sure how many plants are in here, but there are a lot in here, well over 100, probably, maybe 100. Anyway, so if you're new to my channel, welcome, and thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. My videos are about all things planty. I just love it. I love doing them. And okay, so first of all, this is my dining room. I'm just going to show you, you know, just an overall picture of the plants. This is what I have in here. I have them crawling up the wall, and I do have one in the corner, but when I get there, I'll show you that. So let's get started. First of all, let's start on this side. This is a beautiful Clivia that was gifted to me by someone who just couldn't take care of it anymore. And she told me that it flowered every year and she never moved it. And to be honest with you, I think I've had this plant for like literally 4 or 5 years. It has never flowered. It's healthy enough, but it's never flowered. And I guess you're supposed to put it in a cooler area for during the winter or something. What I'm going to be doing, I think, because if you look inside the pot here, see the roots? Let me just show you something. See these roots right here? Look. They're hollow. I just noticed that recently. I'm going to be taking these out of there and repotting them. But it's going to be a huge job because this is a big, beautiful ceramic pot. So I'm going to be doing that. So that's my Clivia. I don't even know what color the flowers are. I think they're red, she said. But you're going to have to forgive me on this plant. This is a spider plant that I bought literally only like a month ago. And I can't believe how horrible she looks now. I bought it at Home Depot and she was full, and I'm talking that pot was just popping with growth and babies. And I don't know what I did. I hung it there, which doesn't get a lot of sun. It should have been fine. And a week went by. That's all, maybe 10 days. And when I looked at it again, half of it was dead. I am not kidding. I was devastated because it was so gorgeous. It had beautiful, healthy babies, and I don't know what I did or what I did not do, but I pulled all the dead stuff off, cut it all off, and hopefully she's gonna make it. She probably will, but man, she took a beating. Okay, here I have my beautiful, enormous, I have to step back so you can see how big it is, ZZ plant. This was given to me by my daughter's mother-in-law because she decided she wanted animals more than she wanted plants. So she didn't think the two would mix in her home, so she gave it to me, and it grows like a weed. It is super, super beautiful and healthy looking. I mean, I love it. And I just turn it around. This is another heavy pot. I just turn it around every few days, and she just loves it. Here I have an Aglaonema. This one's just a regular Chinese evergreen. Very healthy. I love these. I love these because of the leaves. I just think they're so beautiful. And this one really likes this sun. And it's growing. So in the back here, I have a gorgeous, let me just move this, gorgeous Syngonium. I'm not sure what kind it is, but it's kind of an interesting story. I bought this because there was a woman selling it on, I want to say Facebook Marketplace, and she was just selling like 2 small cuttings, and it looked different to me. The stems, like if you look at the stems were really, really green, and they didn't look like the regular Syngonium stems, so I thought it was like a different kind. So I bought it, and it was really slow growing at first, but pretty soon I had new growth. This started from only 2 pieces, so now you see there's 4. So it's growing really great, and I love this plant. When I turn it around, it just looks so gorgeous. It's like you walk in the room and it just goes, hello, look at me. Okay, so right here in the front, this is some kind of orchid, you guys. I don't even know what kind it is, but look at the roots. It just keeps growing up and up and up. And I don't know if it's ever even gonna flower, to be honest with you. The only reason why I haven't gotten rid of it, because I'm too curious to see what the flower would look like. And you have to keep these really moist, so it's like always soaking wet. But not much to look at, but I'm curious as to what's gonna happen in the future, so I'm letting her go. All right, and here in the back, we have a beautiful Ficus benjamina. This I bought on, I think on eBay or Etsy as a little tiny start. I'm serious. Look how big she is now. Pretty soon, let me just take it and put it right here so you can see. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Pretty soon it's gonna be a tree. I used to have a Ficus benjamina tree, a huge one as tall as me. And I think it's also called like a weeping fig. And then the leaves just fall off and you think it's dead, but it comes back. They all come back. So this is really pretty. It hasn't done that since I've had it. So I don't know, but I love that. In the back here, we have a pothos that really is growing in a copper pot. And it goes all the way up here. One of the pieces is wrapped around there. I'm not crazy about how the way that looks because some of the leaves have died off and I find that to be kind of ugly. But then it goes, one piece of it's hanging down right there, and it continues to go on the other side of the dining room. But as you can see, like right here, there's some bald spots, and here there's bald spots, and here there's bald spots. So what I'm probably going to be doing sooner than later is cutting that back and starting again. I know it's heartbreaking, but it'll grow. But I do love my pothos. Love them, love them. Real healthy, beautiful. That one's a golden pothos. And here is my Janet Craig Dracana. This plant just keeps growing and growing and growing. It's really top heavy. And here's a little tip for you. This is actually a blind turner thing from those little cheap blinds that you can get for the rooms. And I had old ones, so I always save those. So that's just one of those that's holding it up. And if you look right here, there's 2 pieces. It used to be just one, and then it started looking really bad and dying, so I cut it back. And when it grew back with 2, so clearly she's very happy right where she is. I do have a humidifier that I keep on in here all the time. There's the little humidifier. So it's really not very humid in here at all. It's getting pretty cold. It's like 18 degrees outside today here in Maine. So on the bottom shelf here, I have a beautiful whale fin sansevieria. Funny story about this, I just had to have, this is the one that I bought. Usually when you buy a whale fin, you only get 1 leaf, and they're not cheap. So I bought this because I fell in love with just the leaf. I think the leaf variegation is absolute. The modeling is so beautiful. And then almost immediately, she grew a pup. Well, not being bright, I very quickly, oops, let me get rid of this. Very quickly cut that pup and sold it. And then it didn't, this was like 3 years ago, you guys. Then it didn't do anything except for just look like that in the pot for 3 years. And just recently, she gave me another pup. Isn't it absolutely stunning? I love sansevieria. Love them. So this is called a whale fin. Back here I have a Thanksgiving cactus. It is blooming right now and it's magenta. Really, really pretty. I do love Thanksgiving cactus and Easter cactus and Christmas cactus. I only have Thanksgiving and Easter. I don't think I have a Christmas. All right, then here in the front I have some propagations of some string of hearts. And I just put them here recently, so they haven't really rooted yet, but hopefully they will. That's my plan. But they look like they're doing pretty good. I haven't checked them recently to see how the roots are, but so that's some real pretty string of hearts. Back here we have an Aglaonema. I'm not really sure what the name of this one is, you guys. Ooh, that leaf doesn't look good. Oh, there it goes. But I love the leaves. It's beautiful. It's healthy. It's very happy right here. I got a little bit nervous when I got it at first because it started looking like it wasn't going to do that great. Look at those leaves. Aren't they beautiful? They're nice and thin. Oh my gosh, I love this plant. It's so beautiful, but I'm not sure what kind it is. If you do, drop a comment in there and let me know. But it's so beautiful. And back here is actually, oh gosh, look at that leaf. Gotta get rid of that. This is a coffee plant. You know, I gotta be honest, I bought this just because it was a coffee plant. And now that I have this, I don't love it. I think it's kind of blah. I mean, and plus it keeps doing this. See that? Why? I don't know. But it's not becoming in my opinion. So I'm not sure how long I'm gonna hold on to that. It's suffering a little bit. Here, I have a really cool glass pot that I found at an antique store. Just 'cause I just had to have it. I really don't even know what it's for, but it's, you know, I put a little plant in it. And this is a moonshine philodendron. Not doing very good. Honestly, I struggle with those, you guys. I just got a brand new one a couple of months ago, and it's suffering. I'll show you. It's terrible. And then this is I bought this as some kind of a rubber tree, for seriously, but I don't think it is. Maybe it is. Here again, I bought this on eBay years ago, and it's growing fine, but I don't know what it is, you guys. Maybe it is just a rubber tree. But if you know the name of this one, please let me know, because I'd like to, as you can see, I like to mark my plants with names and stuff. I'd like to mark this one, but I don't know what it is. But it's real nice, right? It's a good looking plant. I realized that I skipped a couple up here. This is a beautiful, beautiful golden pothos. Not golden, jade pothos. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I love this plant, and it's just started really putting out new growth recently. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then here, I don't know what kind of Hoya it is. I know it's a pubicalix, but this was just like a mystery cutting that I got, and it took off and it's growing, but I don't know what kind it is. So I guess if I ever get a peduncle and it grows, we'll find out. But this leaf right here, hold on a second, I am in love with. Look at that. I absolutely love that leaf. Love it. All right. So over here in the corner, I have a very, very, very old sansevieria. When I say very old, I am talking probably 37 years old. It's been repotted a few times, it's been split a few times, but I got this when I have identical twin girls that are just turned 40. I got this when they were about 2. So, from their grandmother. I know, right? So she loves it right here, loves it. Okay, so here I have to back up for this one. This plant right here is actually a top of a pineapple. My cousin cut off the top of a pineapple, and she had it rooted when I went to visit her a long time ago. And this was rooting in her kitchen window, and when I saw it, I was just amazed that she was able to do that. She's like, take it, take it. So I took it, and eventually I planted it, and here it is. It's enormous, as you can see. I mean, just to gauge it. But, and plus, it hasn't done anything. I haven't gotten anything yet. And you know, lately I've been seeing like pineapple plants for sale in the store, and they're not nearly that big, and they have pineapples. So I don't know. This is a bromeliad that I got a long, long time ago, and it's flowered quite a few times. But I will say, they're not very spectacular looking flowers. Like they don't even come out of there. They flower inside there, and they're purple. That's all they do. It's pretty funny. But it's still a beautiful plant. I do love it. It's a bromeliad. And then down here, I have my gorgeous, I love this sansevieria Whitney. I just love the leaves on this, the way that they're, I mean, look, isn't that beautiful? This is a Whitney. Get yourself one because you will not be dissatisfied. That's my Whitney. Okay, so up here, I'm gonna go ahead and start right here. This here is a gorgeous Cebu blue that I just bought a couple of months ago for $15.98. I am not kidding. I got it at Home Depot with this pot for $15.98. I turn her around every couple of weeks and she is doing great. That is beautiful. Cebu blue are one of my favorites because, you know, the leaves really do have like a blue hue. And to me, that's really gorgeous. And the leaves are, I love the feeling. They're like perforated, almost like cardboardy feeling. I just love it. Here is a reverted spider plant that I got at a plant fair. A woman was selling a bunch of plants for the American Cancer Society. So this is beautiful. I just like the fact that it's reverted. But you know what? I'm having, and she's been repotted, but I'm having a little bit of trouble with her too. I don't know what it is with me and spider plants lately, but I mean, the babies look great. Look at this one. I was looking at this early. Okay, look. So this is one baby. Look at it. It's got one baby with 1, 2, 3, 4 babies on it. And they all look good, you know? So I probably should take those off, but I really love the way they look when they hang. I just love that. So this is my reverted spider plant. And then here in this pot, I have done my Hoya video before. This is actually a mixture between a Hoya Crimson Queen and a Hoya Carnosa. So you can see the Crimson Queen here. Some of the leaves are absolutely amazing. My favorite ones are the ones that are like half green. See that one? Isn't that cool? And here's one. Wait, I just saw another one in the same shot. Where is it? Oh no, that was just the reflection. Sorry. So this flowers every year. Some of the leaves are totally without chlorophyll. So that's amazing. I don't know what happens there. And believe it or not, I cut off a piece with just white leaves to see if it would do anything. But see, there's a peduncle right there. And of course, it didn't do anything because it can't grow without, you know, chlorophyll. The sun can't feed it. So here's a really cool leaf. So when I was looking at it today, I found this beautiful half white and half green leaf, but it was all squished up. I was really sad about that, so I freed him up. But I think he's going to be warped like that for the rest of his life. Makes me sad, but. So there's a huge Hoya, enormous. I love her. She does very good right there. All right, so down here, one in the back here is a beautiful tri-leaf Syngonium that I bought as two or three little pieces. But as you can see, she has grown. And when I bought it, the leaves look more like this on the pieces that I bought. But as it's grown, yeah, like this. But as it grew in the beginning, some of the leaves just look like a regular Syngonium, and I wasn't really sure why. But as they get more mature, you can see they do get that beautiful, maybe it's called a tri-leaf wonder. Maybe that's something like that. I don't know. But this is my pride and joy. I absolutely love, love, love this Syngonium. All right, so then I have this beautiful Marble Queen Pothos. She loves it in this window, very healthy. I love the way the leaves look on the Marble Queen. And they're very easy to care for. They don't need a lot of sun. So there's that. In the back here, we have a Song of India. Love this plant. I've killed a few in my time, but this one, and I'm not gonna, when I bought this, it was in this medium. And it's more like a Cocoa Peat. I'm leaving it because it does fine in there. Haven't lost any leaves. Let me just take this out of the way so you can see. So yeah, see, that's a beautiful, beautiful plant, beautiful specimen. And then here I have my neon pothos. And what's cool about this is, look at this. This is just a neon. So I don't know if it's reverting a little bit, but I really like the way that looks. It's kind of cool. I really think that's cool. There's another one over here with this a little bit dark green on the edge. Look at this. Isn't that unique? I love it. I love that. I think it looks fantastic. In the back here, I have a variegated ginger that I just had to move to this top shelf because she's getting big. I'll let you see that. Variegated ginger right there. And in the front here, I have my, I'm probably going to say it wrong, Trubii Scindapsus. This was just a little piece that I bought because they used to be super expensive. They're much cheaper now, but I could only afford a small piece. Plus, I love growing plants from small pieces to large pieces. All right, back here, this really cool pot that my friend gave me is the Philodendron mican. And this, there's kind of an interesting story that goes with it. A few months ago, 9 months ago, see these little dots? There were so many like little tiny droplets of what looked to be nectar on them, and I thought it was something bad, but there was no pest or anything. So I did some research, and it ended up being extrafoliar nectararies. I hope I'm saying that right. Because as you can see, as it continued to grow, they're fine. It's gone. But it wasn't anything that was wrong with the plant, is what I figured out, I think. But so, it's a pretty good specimen of a micans. I like it. And then here is a very sad story of a plant that I got. It's a Philodendron birkin. I had to have it. I paid too much for it, and the reason why I bought it was because it had two leaves that were half green, total green, and half this beautiful variegated. It just blew me away. And I paid a lot for it, but it came in this pot. So when I got it, both of the two leaves were broken off. Well, you can see. I mean, I was devastated. They did such a lousy job packaging. I couldn't believe it. It's like they didn't know what they were doing. Anyway, so that's what's left, but she's coming back. She's fine. So there's my Philodendron birkin. Back here, we have a variegated Peperomia, and I bought this as a much smaller plant, and I bought it because I had to have it because of these leaves. I mean, oh my gosh. I think these are so beautiful, and they're thick and waxy, and this is such a rugged plant, you guys. Let me back it up for you. It's so healthy. I just love it. Peperomia variegata. Here in the front, I have a little goldfish plant. No, a little lipstick plant. And the funny, and this is relatively new, and I haven't repotted yet because it's really new, but I think I'm going to have to because the soil feels really, really strange. It's like dried up. And as you can see how the leaves right here are a little bit wrinkly. Today's my watering day, and that will go away, but it needs to have a better soil so that the roots can absorb the nutrients when I water it. But as you can see, we've got some beautiful new growth. So I'm not worried about it, but I have to do that probably today or tomorrow. So that's my lipstick plant. And then back here, I have a beautiful pearls and jade pothos. Beautiful, beautiful specimen. Again, I'm a sucker for these amazing leaves. Oh my gosh. When these, like once every week, you guys, I turn these things around. And when you turn them around, they are just like opened right up to you going, look at me. Look at my creation. And it brings me so much joy just to look at them when I turn them around. So this I just put in here today. This was a Chinese evergreen that I had in leca, and I had it in a bottle, and it got root bound in the bottle, and it took me a long time to get it out because the opening was too small. Lesson learned for me. Anyway, so I took it out of the leca because I wanted to save the bottle, so I had to use chopsticks to get it out. Believe it or not, I had to poke it out little by little, but because I wanted to save the jar. So today I just stuck it in water, and this vessel was too deep, so I put rocks in the bottom just so it wouldn't sink so far in there for the bottle, which is just an old wine canister. All right, so back here we have an Aglaonema Siam, which is beautiful, doing very well here. Again, I'm a sucker for these beautiful leaves. I don't usually like red plants, but I think that these pink petioles are gorgeous. And as you can see, it's growing. See the new growth right here? So down here, I have a beautiful Scindapsus exotica, oops, that I got as a small plant, but it's growing pretty good right there. Here in the front, I have a prayer plant that was not doing good, and finally I cut the pieces off that were still good, and I need to water it with just rainwater, I know. But it's rooting, I don't know if you can see that, but it's rooting beautifully right in there, so that's gonna be in soil pretty quick. Back here is a very sad, I mentioned it in my last video, a very sad moonshine philodendron. What's happening is as soon as it puts out a new leaf, it rots. I don't know what the deal is, but if anyone does, please tell me. Here I have a beautiful Peperomia. Gorgeous. I love this plant. It flowered so much. At one point this year, just like a month ago, there are literally like 15 different stems coming out with purple flowers everywhere. Love these. They're sort of like African violets, but so it's in an African violet pot. So here I have a pretty sad looking goldfish plant, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong with this plant, but you can see it's not growing good. See that? What's going on? I guess I have to do some research. I'm pretty bummed about it, but I'm not giving up on it yet. Back here, I have a Pothos Jaccinia, and that's growing super, super slowly. I mean, I bought it for obvious reasons. Look at the leaves. They're so beautiful. Look at this one. But it's growing really slowly. Back here, I have a Syngonium Maria, I think. It didn't have a tag. I got it at Trader Joe's with that pot for like $8. You can't beat that. And plus, I do love the way they look. I think the leaves are really pretty. Syngonium Maria. And then here, I have a very sad looking, stringy heartleaf philodendron that I'm trying to get to grow. I think it'll fill out eventually. There's 3 stems in there, and it is growing, but it's certainly growing slowly. And then over here, I have an Easter cactus, which has only flowered in probably 8 years. It's only flowered one time. One time. So, that's the truth. And then back here, just in another cruet, I have just a large leaf Adansonii and a golden pothos that are rooting. Not much to see here, really. Here also is a African violet. The flowers are purple. It's beautiful. This one hasn't flowered in a couple of years. So here are the cuttings that I took from that Brazilian lady Begonia up there, because I'm trying not to lose her. If I have to start from scratch, I will, because I only got 2 little pieces when I started. And then there's actually, I think that's is it a Mandula? It is! I have a hard time with Mandulas. They're fussy. Okay, so here I have a little Snow Queen Pothos. Another slow grower. I don't know what the deal is there, but man, she doesn't do much at all. Back here, I have another beautiful African violet, and look at how it grew, you guys. I don't know if you can see that. Do you see that? It like curled all around. But that's just what it kept doing, so I just kept, you know, what am I gonna do? It flowers every year. Seems happy there. Probably should be potting cut it or something, but I'm not going to. Back here I have a watermelon Peperomia. I hope I'm saying that right. It's either watermelon Peperomia or watermelon Peperomioides. I get them mixed up, but that one used to be much bigger. It's kind of struggling, but she's doing fine. She's not dead yet. Here I have a beautiful, also Trader Joe's find, a beautiful Brazilian philodendron. Is it Brazil? Is it a philodendron or a pothos? Oh my gosh, I'm mixed up right now. I'm sorry, you guys. I think it's a Philo Brazil. I think it's really cool because look at some of the leaves. Look at that. That's really unique. Look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? It looked different, so I got it because I had another one, but yeah, it's a Philodendron Brazil. But that's beautiful. Another $8 plant from Trader Joe's. All right, and here I have another sansevieria that is just actually, Uh-oh. That one's not doing good. I might have to take that out and examine it because this branch is dead. Oh Lord, I might have lost this, you guys. Well, it was a sansevieria. We'll see what happens when I'm done videotaping. And then over here, I have this really sad parlor palm. It was a gift from a friend, and I repotted it thinking that I knew what I was doing. And then all of the leaves kept doing this. So I kept cutting them off and cutting them off. And recently I just really hacked it. But as you can see, I have new growth right here, and I have new growth right here. But see what it does? Does anyone know any tips on how to get it to not do that? Because it's so sad to me. It's a beautiful plant, and I see them all over the place, but I can't grow them very good. So if anyone has any input on that, let me know. I could really use it, but that's what that is. So that is pretty much all the plants that I have in my dining area. So there you have it, my dining room tour 2021 Planty Pants, Saco, Maine. Just so you know, we really used to eat this dining room every day back when the kids were growing up, my bonus kids. So it's not just a non-functioning dining room. We don't eat in here anymore though. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Tell me what you think. And subscribe if you haven't already. And you can even click notifications so that you, because I'm really trying to do a video a week because I have so many plants to share. I still have 2 more rooms that are full of plants that I'll be posting. So thank you and for taking the time to join me today. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And God bless.